What's good? What's good, people? It's Parlay with us, man. We here live, man. This is Real Talk with Parlay with us. You got me, Mr. Beans. You got Stony Cook and Hustle Stack. Sean Doe will be chiming in at some point. I know we running late, man. We had this show pegged for 7:30, but it didn't even really work out that way. I was rushing and I was trying to get ready for the show, man. In which I was able to do it in a little with a little bit of push. But yeah, man. So we on it, man. Y'all see the title, man. Is an ex NFL player found dead. We all should know by now the name. His name is Vontae Davis. He was 35 years old. The kid played for multiple teams. I think he was drafted by the Colts, if I'm not mistaken. And his last team he played for was the Buffalo Bills. He ended his career. He was a star cornerback. He had some good. Vontae Davis had a good
Pro
stretch
Bowler.
in the NFL at one point,
Yep.
but something went awry with Vontae Davis. I think it was a couple years ago, or was it a year or so ago? Maybe 2 years ago. Probably was a year ago that he crashed his Tesla leaving some spot in Miami, or I guess that's where he lives. And they found him on the side of the highway, curled up, sleeping, with the car crash accident around him and everything. It was an odd situation. So I don't know what was really going on with Vontae Davis. CTE might be a situation. I'm gonna bring that up. I know people, ex NFL player taking hits to the head, and especially he went awry mentally. So that's today's topic. Then we got NC State. If y'all saw the title, I hope
Crazy,
you guys
man.
is not buried under a rock out there. NC State, and thanks to Stony Cook for bringing this to my attention,
Crazy.
with his observations and being have his ear to the ground basically. NC State closed the building on their facility on campus due to some high level toxins that was being led through the air. It's a very old building. I think it was probably built back in
In the 70s. In the 70s.
in the 70s, during the time when probably asbestos and those type of things was in the factor. So
Right.
they're going through a situation in NC State right now where from what I read, my little bit of information that I got, there was reports of multiple cancer, let's say diagnosis from former staff members and things like that rose this to the attention of basically the college and media, whatever. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. And that's an unhealthy situation for people. And we're going to talk a little bit about what other things that's going on out there in the culture. We got I know Crooks had some things that he was looking into that last week we was on the Sean Combs, and we still on the Sean Combs situation. He's in a bad situation right now. It's kind of weird, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk that towards the back end of the show, to give you what's going on now in that scenario, in that situation. And Stony might have a little bit for y'all. And Stack's gonna chime in on some things that he probably want to talk about that's going on out there in the culture. So with that being said, man, before I know we don't have an official intro for Real Talk with Parlay with us, and this is Real Talk with Parlay with us, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, the like, subscribe, share with everybody. We appreciate it, man. We're doing something different here on Thursday nights. This is a chop it up night, real talk. We talk real shit. We get it out. And, sometimes it could be, we banter, and we love this. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm going to just drop the intro.
God, to make moves, doobie don't snooze, it's on your back, cause they hate you, dog break through, son get through, but don't break.
Yeah. Once again, man, this is Parlay with us, man. This is Real Talk with Parlay with us, with Mr. Beans here, Stony Cook, and Hustle Stacks. Sean Doe will be chiming in at some point. So what's going on, my fellas? What's the deal, man? Now y'all see the title. What y'all think? What y'all know about what's going on with this? Let's start with the NFL play. Let's start with Vontae Davis. What happened? What's going on? Do they have any news on what happened with him being found dead in his own mansion?
Well, it wasn't his own mansion. It was actually they saying it was in his grandmother's house. That's the latest.
Yeah, they said it was in his mom's name. But I think from what I read up a little bit not too long ago today, they confirmed, police confirmed, or the sheriff, Broward County, whatever, they confirmed that the house is actually his. They don't know why, the whole legal situation about being in his mother's name, but it is his residence. And I guess they know that from being involved with them in the past.
It's a common thing we do, man.
Yeah, you know that's a common thing.
The grandmother's with the grandmother's name on the house.
Name. Yeah.
Grandmother's name on the insurance. Like, yo, grandma is everywhere, man. But
yeah, put it in his mama's name. Yeah, I know.
So the latest from that I'm hearing about this situation, according to his brother, because his brother spoke for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Dude was like in a sauna session. Whatever that means. I mean, I know what the sauna is, but as far as the session,
I see it right here.
It's not like he was in there for a long time, too long or something, but they didn't find him in the sauna. He was found in the gym part of the house, because I guess the house that he was in has like a gym section, and I'm sure, it has the sauna attached to the gym and all that stuff. And that's where they found him, but they said he was in a sauna session, and man, they found him unresponsive, man. And I'm like, yo.
Oh yeah, I'm reading it right now. Vontae Davis' brother Vernon breaks his silence to reveal he collapsed moments after stepping out of his sauna, and says he never showed a history of drug use. That's what his brother said. So I'm looking at that right now.
It could be dangerous, man.
His brother played in the league too, huh?
Oh yeah, Vernon Davis.
Vernon played a minute and was nice.
San Fran.
Yeah. That's right.
Washington.
Was he the one that
made his bones in San Fran?
Vernon Davis retired early. Didn't he retire early?
Nah, that was the one that they found dead. He retired at halftime, if you remember.
That's
right.
That's right.
Right.
So,
he retired at halftime.
I mean, listen, it's mysterious. It's a mysterious death. I guess we'll find out more as time goes on. It looks like the housekeeper is the one who arrived and spotted the former quarterback slumped over, motionless, and on the gym floor. So, man, listen, I'm gonna tell you guys one thing, and then I know Stacks know this too, right? In the gym, I'm a big sauna guy. I'm a big steam room and sauna guy myself too. But there's a method to it, and I'm sure people join in.
Yeah,
hit the like button, hit the thumbs in. I see there's people out here in the actually on this live right now. Join in the chat. Tell us what you think, what y'all think about what's going on. If you think this was a isolated incident,
if you guys got any latest on it, y'all could chime in. If they got if all the listeners, if they have any
that's what
news
I'm talking
on that, they might have heard some stuff out there.
They might. That's what I'm saying.
Let us
they
know.
might have heard some stuff they can bring to our attention. But I also I'll continue on with what I was going to say. Like the sauna, like back and forth in the steam room and the sauna, you can overheat if you don't. If you don't know how to get out of there and cool down before you return in there, because the steam room and the sauna, some people think it depends on the heat of that room, right? You can sit in there. Some rooms are not that, let's say, hot where you can be unbearable to sit in there for 20 minutes. And then some steam rooms I've been into and saunas, that shit be hot. You can only last minutes at a time in there. I used to go in the steam room, particularly, with a wet towel, right? A white towel, the same towel you wrap your body with. I'm in the freaking steam room. I get a wet one, cold water, and I wrap it around my head like a turban. And I could sit in the steam room then for about a good 15 minutes. But other than that, you can overheat. That's just me.
Oh, yeah.
Overheat. That's a lot of heat in the steam room. And I don't know the regiment that, because steam room is a regiment. I don't know his regiment that he probably had with the steam and sauna, but yo, trust me, it ain't no joke. So for that could be the case. Like I was saying, prior to us going on live, I was saying that, he had some issues prior to this. About a year or so ago, he crashed his Tesla on the freeway in Florida, and they found him literally sleeping on the side of the
Oh, he was
highway
getting
with a
nice.
crashed Tesla next to him.
He was getting nice.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know the situation with him. I don't want to,
No, I mean, I think that's separate. I don't,
but it's sad. It's a sad thing. The kid's 35 years old. It's another, like I said, I think my thing is another NFL player, young, basically losing their life to whatever the situation is going on. And a lot of people might say CTE, but we don't know yet.
No, I don't think it's CTE. CTE is more of a.
Well, no, I'm talking about his not the cause of death. I'm talking about the mental things that he's been going through for the past couple of years.
I mean, he's young. I mean, the fact that he's young, the chances of that are kind of slim, as opposed to a guy that retired much later in their career. And he played a position where I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter what you play. I mean, you get a couple of hits. Yeah, you could definitely,
it could ring your bell,
have a long-term effect. But I don't think he had that issue. Especially a guy that walked away when he did, and he seemed pretty good. He wasn't a guy that had any erratic behavior after football. The little bit of times that we saw him, that situation with the car accident, I just think he was just probably drinking, like a lot of these players do. Lost control. So I see that as an isolated situation.
True.
But this situation, he might have. We don't know yet. That's why I cannot wait to see what the autopsy is, man. But
we don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to speculate too much.
Just going off of like the little bit that we know, and we're trying to talk about, how the sauna could play a part, because that's the little bit of information we got. Not saying that that's the cause or whatever, but we're just saying how it could be.
That's what his brother put out there. His brother said he collapsed minutes out coming out of the sauna. So do they have it? Maybe they had surveillance cameras in his gym, so they could see when he went into the sauna, came out, and they could determine. Well, for his brother to say that, right? He wasn't there. A maid found him. So for him to determine that and bring that out to the public and say moments later after he came out the sauna, he collapsed, then they must have some kind of surveillance to coincide that, or he probably was speaking to somebody prior to collapsing.
Well, and then think about the player from Minnesota that died in the practice, and his organs cooked. He overheated.
He overheated.
Corey Stringer.
Yeah.
But so the sauna could replicate that type of temperature in your body,
especially if something else is going on in your body too, Stoney. If something else medical is going on in your body,
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We gotta wait. We gotta wait and see. That's why it's gonna be interesting, man. But
it's just sad.
It's sad because he's young.
He was a young kid. He was 35 years old.
So
with enough time left in his life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of times. It's tough.
He had been going through something for a little minute though. If you remember, he quit at the halftime of the game and shit. Remember that shit?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Something more was going on a little bit that I think he was going through. I read it that he was going through some problems, mentally, like, personally. He had some personal things that he was going through. So I don't want to, speculate. And, even for his brother said he don't know for his brother to have no history with drugs,
Right.
and then when you hear stories like that, automatically we all think drugs. All of us do,
Yeah.
so
Anytime somebody's collapsed or anytime somebody's found unresponsive, yeah, that's like the first thing
yeah,
you think of.
especially in those situations, like that's the first thing we would think as outsiders, we would think that something like that went down. But other than that, but let's move on from
Yes.
Vontae Davis. Rest in peace to Vontae Davis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rest
rest
in
in
peace.
peace,
Um,
man.
Rest in peace
Definitely.
to Vontae,
um,
man.
Yes.
shout
Rest
outs
in
to his
peace, man.
family, peace to his family, love and respect to his family. He's a human being at the end of the day, who ended up being an athlete. He was a star athlete at the too. So, shout out to him, man, and his family. No matter what happened, no matter what the scenario was, he was still a young man and, gone too soon. So, rest in peace, man, to Vontae Davis. So, guys, let's move on. The next part of this show that Stoney brought up, and this is something about I would say this is real talk, and this is something to do with more, health wise. This is health in sports or health in college or how you want to think about it.
Building.
NC State, a major school, been established since the early 1900s. I think since 1912 or something like that, they were established.
Mm-hmm.
That school is going through a situation where their old facilities and their old buildings are coming up, and I would say one for now is called the Poe Building, Poe. The Poe Building is the building that they end up closing due to what they say high level of toxins being found in the environment of the building. And that was based on diagnosis from multiple former associates, former employees, former whoever being diagnosed with issues and cancer. So NC State right now is ravished with that situation. I don't know what they're going to do. I heard that they say that they're going to try to rectify the situation by cleaning it up, whatever that needs to be cleaned up, and make the building let's say habitable again by September, the early.
I doubt that. I don't think they're gonna do that. That building was
That's
built
what I read.
in.
That's what I
Yeah,
read. That was their
if they
state.
smart, they wouldn't. They would if they smart, they would probably have to tear that down.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. If you
You just can't. Not with. So what happens? This building was built in 71. So in 71, there was this. It's like an asbestos. The way they built this building, it contained this toxin called PCB.
Yep.
They banned it.
Mm-hmm.
But the building was already built at, when the ban came in. The ban came in like in 79. The building was built in 71. So it had a high level of that PCB.
Mm-hmm.
And man, as of the 23rd of October, they've had 150 cases of cancer cancer situations, whether it's lymphoma, thyroid, and they realized that it had elevated levels of this PCB that was causing cancerous situations in numerous patients, numerous people. And it's been a problem. So you got to understand, you're talking about 71. So right now they saying 151 cases right now. But man, you could just imagine, the ones that were unaccounted for.
There you go.
And the fact that it took them that long to realize something was wrong in that building. I mean, I know it could be tough. It's hard to like blame a building for something, but this is a very unfortunate situation.
Coming, right? The school's responsible.
Oh, definitely. No question.
Definitely.
No question. There's
From the
definitely gonna
ones who
be.
passed, their family members is going to be able to, you know, and
But
that's
yeah,
rightfully
they got to
so.
tear that
Shit's
building
crazy.
down.
Yo, Stoney, how they found out about the joint though?
Oh, the cases.
The
The
cases.
cases. I think I think they was looking into it, but it was just too many cases of students, you know, faculty, employees that was working in this building.
Yep.
And I think what happened was the stats was so overwhelming that they say, well, hold on, you know, let's look into this situation. Let's see if there's any high levels of any type of toxins. Because why is it that we have a history of faculty employees that's working in this building having some form of cancer? You know, and I think once you work in a facility and a lot of people are having these cases, I mean, 150 is a lot. I don't know how
That's
what
a
the
lot.
time span was, but
Right.
you got to start looking into the environment after a while, you know, because, you know, cancer could be in, you know, how it could be in the walls. It could be
That's an
in, you know,
environment.
a
Right.
toxins. Yeah, the
It-
toxins. So
Yeah, it's a serious
I think
talk.
yeah, definitely the statistics definitely prompt an investigation. Like, hold on, let's run some tests. And sure enough, they found high levels of this. This it's called PCB, which was banned. They banned it.
What up,
Because
Terrell? Nice
it's
to
some
hear
form
from
of
you, man.
asbestos.
Nice to hear from
Because
you,
you know
Terrell.
asbestos is not good for you.
Yeah, word up.
Asbestos are in the it's in, you know what, asbestos is also something that they would use it to make brake pads.
Yeah.
They used to use asbestos to make certain things that they ended up banning it. That's why certain things are built differently now. But
Yep.
prior to that, you know, as a mechanic or whatever, a technician, you working with asbestos, you know, just imagine all those situations then when they didn't know about asbestos being a cancerous toxin.
So back in the days when they used to build old boilers in big buildings, right? Those boilers used to contain asbestos, you know. My dad, you know, he worked in that for a little bit. He was an asbestos cleaner. He knew how to clean asbestos professionally, you know. At one point, he only did it for a little bit because same thing. He was like, nah, I'm not risking myself, even though I'm supposed to be protected. He was like, nah, he did that for like, when I say a little bit. But that asbestos is serious.
Serious shit, man.
Very
That is
serious.
serious something. But you know what it is though? What kind of like is intriguing, and like you see Terrell's question, but why did it take so many? You mean why did it take so many people
good
for them to
question.
come out and
That's a damn good
I
question.
think, and I think it happened. I think it's because of the duration or the time of each case. That's the only thing I could think of, because I don't think it happened that close together. I think over time, I think that was a statistic that they didn't monitor like that. I think, you know, a lot of times people might have retired. It'd be like that. Sometimes people don't work there no more. But I think
they haven't worked there for years, and how would you know? Right.
Somebody must have said, hold on, what's going on here? Was, you know,
somebody did
at some point,
the whole thing.
Somebody took some type of you know, some type of count, like, hold on, man, you know, since this date, look at all our ex-employees and current employees that been having some form of cancer. And I think that raised eyebrows, I think, after a while. Unfortunately, you know, it took this long because, you know, look, this building is from 71. I mean, shit. That's what I'm saying. It might be some cases that are unaccounted for. That's what they're giving us. They giving us 151, man. Who knows?
Right.
How much
that
how accurate the count is, you know.
I agree. Well, I'm trying to figure out why it took so long for them to find the joint. Like they
man.
I was trying to sweep the joint under the rug.
Possibly. You know how things are, T. I mean, Stacks, you know how things are, man, especially when it comes to lawsuits. You know, lawsuits and you know, shutting something down. You know, whenever you got to shut down a building, you know, that means it's costing somebody their job. So they might have turned a blind eye to it. It'd be like that sometimes. Like, oh, hold on, it's just a coincidence. And no, it got to a point where, like, no, I don't think so.
That's just crazy.
That is crazy, man. I read, it's like, whoa, like, you know, you're saying to yourself, damn, you got still buildings out here with toxins like that. I mean, especially we're living in a time where we're getting rid of everything that has a cancerous effect to it, like whether it's asbestos, a lot of asbestos free, you know, all types of free of whatever, a toxin could harm you, you know. And we at this point in time, you thinking they might have got rid of all of that, especially this building right here. You would have thought they ran tests knowing that this building was built before 79, before they banned this thing called PCB. You would have thought, okay, let's let's test this thing out, because this building is built prior to that. So we need to test these levels and see if we got to shut this building down. So they're gonna investigate that. Like, hey, what's going on? Why didn't we look into this a lot sooner, knowing that this building was built pre-banned, because they banned it.
Right.
This PCB, they banned it.
Yeah.
And I think they used it. It was used to build the building. Like, I mean, I don't know what they used it for. I mean, the walls or whatever the case may be, but this toxin, they used it.
Remember, I just told you,
build
like,
the building.
Sometimes the old buildings had these boilers. These are massive buildings. They got to heat these buildings, and sometimes that's where the asbestos be coming from. It comes from the boilers.
Yeah,
the boilers.
These old boilers that was built way back in the days, and they were built with lead and all kind of different other materials. You see what I'm saying? That's where it comes from.
Yeah,
and after a while, that stuff starts to, a sediment or how you might want to call it, starts to come off of that material, of that product, of that machinery, and it creates things, and that's where the toxins was coming from. It's listen,
it's serious.
To find that out now, and like you said, could you imagine? Sorry, I was just looking up some stuff, guys, while you guys was talking. But to find that out now, after, like, Terrell put it together. He put a good question out there. Why did it take so many?
Why did it take so long?
You answered the question in a way. This thing probably happened over so many years. This is probably dating back to the 80s.
Yeah. Think about it. It was built in 71.
80s, probably, when they noticing people was, like you said, retired folks. You didn't know, somebody who was a faculty member retired, and then 20 years later or 10 years later he died. They didn't report that, So it took somebody who was investigating what was going on with that building and that school, and sicknesses and illnesses of people, and he collated all of it. He put it all together, and he was like, "Yo, listen, this is all." This all makes sense. However, it's not a coincidence, basically.
Right. These people are getting sick. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that are retired getting sick and like, yo, what's going on?
I can't get rid of this cough. What's going on?
Exactly.
Go to the doctor, and they're like, yo, you've been around some craziness.
Exactly. So yeah, man. NC State, get your unhealthy situation healthy.
Knock that building down, man. Just knock it down, man.
That's crazy. It's happening to them right now with their men's and women's teams in the Final Four too. That's
right. Exactly. So y'all are making money, NC State. You've been in business for more than over 100 years.
Yeah, shout out NC State. Shout out Big Burns.
Put some money.
Big Burns, help him out with that situation. Big Burns.
Put some money into the school, tear down the building, and build a new facility.
Tear it down,
college.
New facility, man. You gotta tear that down. Who's gonna want to go in there?
Exactly. Bless up, Diane. Thanks for chiming in, and bless up to you, man. You always come through, man. I can't even say what say no more about. I appreciate how you support Parlay with us, and you support my team, man. Thank you, Diane. Diane's family, that's my people's, man. Diane's like one of the family members, ride or die. Shout out
to Miss Benjamin.
Yeah, man. And Diane, listen, Diane got a story, man. A story for the culture. I wouldn't even put it out there, but she got a story for the culture that'll tell you, that'll shock you. You know what I mean? Like, she been through this life too, and she's out here still banging it out. Enough respect to you, Diane. So yeah, one day
Let
we'll
me
tell
let me
that
add a
story. I'm
let,
gonna
let me
invite you
add
on,
a
and you want to tell that story, man, so people could see how far you came and how life can, change in a flick of the moment. So
let me
yeah,
let me add a little something real quick.
go ahead.
Simcoe's shut down for all those
Yo,
old
I was
school
at
head
to the joint. Yo, that was just
Simcoe's, right? Simcoe's, the original Simcoe's, man, right there in the Mattapan Square, man.
shut it down.
Nah, you sure?
I'm 100% sure they shut down. The last day was a couple of days ago. It's done. It's a wrap.
Get out of here.
It's done, man.
So I
Simcoe's
know
is
they
shut
shut
down.
down. Now, people from Boston,
The
if
one
you from
American Legion.
Boston,
Now
this
they
is
shut
my
down the other
Boston
one.
people. If you're from Boston,
Shut
you're in
down.
this live right now. Tell me, do you know about Simcoe shutting down? Now, I know Simcoe's American Legion shut down. They've
Yo,
been
but I
Yeah, that was
heard,
the first one.
I heard they was gonna knock. I heard UG's was getting shut down too, though. I heard that.
I mean, yo, they outlived everything, man. I mean, they
But how?
they
Yo,
deserve it, man. To
I'm gonna
just
tell
fall
you
back.
one thing.
But
Simcoe's might
Simcoe's
have
had
shut
tax problems.
down.
They had a lot of
Simcoe's
tax
might have
problems.
shut down. Somebody's going in there with that business, bro. Somebody's buying that over, keeping that name. Trust me. Somebody's taking that. That is
There you
a
go. They owe taxes.
staple
See,
of
she knows it.
Boston. It's
They
a
owe
staple of
taxes.
Boston.
How much taxes could they owe? These motherfuckers been there for 50
No,
years.
And they
let me
wasn't.
tell.
They
Okay,
was
okay,
and they
hold
was
on,
paying. They was
Let me
paying
go.
their employees minimum
Listen,
wage. The employees were getting paid minimum
it
wage. It was
needs
a
to
lot
shut
of
down.
like funky business going on. That's what
real
led to
talk.
that. Yo, he
They
owes
owe
like over
taxes. Yo, listen, let
700,000
me tell you
in
why they
taxes.
owe taxes. And Diane might be right, but Simcoe's made his millions and millions and millions. You know why Simcoe's made that much money? Tell me, y'all. Do y'all know why he made a reason why he could be in tax problems? And probably that's the reason why. Do y'all know?
Nah.
Tell me if you guys are avid Simcoe's
He probably didn't.
aficionados. If y'all go to Simcoe's, you've been going to Simcoe's since the 80s. We all been, right? If you've been going to Simcoe's since the 80s, tell me why Simcoe's is probably in tax problems.
Because you probably don't claim the exact amount of money you were making.
Okay, good. So you got that's a good clue. You're on the right path. But I'm gonna tell you why. If you ever remember, Simcoe's is cash only.
Yes, there you go.
That's the gem.
Yep.
How do you know what kind of money I make when it's cash only? I could tell you I only made 1,000 when I made 5.
Right.
For 100 years.
Yeah,
100 years. And that dude, let me tell you, he ran it. He ran it till he ran it till.
I'm telling you what I'm talking about.
Yo, he rode that ship until, man, it ran out of gas.
Do y'all hear what I'm telling you? I don't know the longevity of Simcoe's. I don't know if it's 100 years, 50 years, 60 years.
Listen, he's living good,
but
and he could just claim and he could claim bankruptcy, file Chapter 9.
I've been going to Simcoe's as a little kid.
You get relieved.
If you ain't got cash, they don't take credit card, debit card,
cash.
Always.
It's a couple spots down here in Florida that. Couple chicken spots, same thing. They don't take no cash. Matter of fact, they got some kind of rigged up debit card machine in the joint. Like you can only put your debit card, no credit card. I never seen no shit like it. Now the foolish
they straight want the money so they don't have to report. They don't have to listen when
they don't have to report the actual amount.
You don't have to report your actual makings. You don't report your actual earnings, your daily earnings. You don't have to report that
for all
correctly.
For all you business owners out there, let me tell you something. Don't play with the IRS. They ain't people to be played with.
Hell no.
Lightly or anything. Like
no, they don't.
They take their job personal.
I got a small business.
Being
taught about established business. You got a very well established business for a long time. I have a small business that's been established since 2018, 2019. And I'm telling you, even when I wasn't making, even if I made $2,000 that first year, whatever it was, bro, I reported my taxes on my business.
You have to, man. You have to, man. Don't.
Yeah,
I don't play with that.
Don't try. Let me tell you.
I don't play with that.
These ain't excuse my fridge. These ain't niggas on the corner where you can hustle some shit up. They don't play. They will go on your shit and personally take your shit out.
You're right. You're right, Diane. We had this conversation about Boston. There's nothing like a Wall Lakem burger. Wall Lakem was the best. Mr. Wall Lakems was the truth. He respected, he demanded respect in his place.
Yo, Miss Benjamin, you gotta go back a couple episodes. We had a long topic.
We had a long we had a long conversation about the Boston eateries, the Roxbury Times, the UGs, the Spinelli's, the all those sub places. We talked about every eatery. We talked about Down Dudley when it was Crenshaw. We talked about all those things. We talked about Station Cafe and Down Dudley. We talked about all that, all the clubs, Blue Moon, this, that. Yo,
Chinese spot in Grove Hall, that was Taboo, right? Taboo.
There you go, Taboo. Shout out to my sister. What's up, sis? Shout out to Karen Allen, all the way from TNT. Karen Christopher Allen. Y'all see that? That's my sister all the way from TNT shouting me out. What up, sis? I'm gonna holler at you. Thanks for checking us out.
Yo, Beans, yo, Stony Beans got to go into that story about his sis, because I know Beans' sister fucking Sandbox. And you got to go into that story about that one, Beans. I ain't met sis. I met everybody else. I ain't met
Yo,
sis.
I got two sisters in Trinidad. Yo, my sister, we call her Karen's her, what we will say her official name, right? But her name is Rhonda. We call her Rhonda, right? Rhonda in Trinidad. And that's I didn't even that's a long story. I didn't grow up with her, but right now, like, our relationship is like mad tight. That's one of my ace booms, man. Like, my sister, she's real deal, telling you. And it's sad that I didn't get to grow up with her because she was in Trinidad when I was here growing up in the States. You know that. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah,
I grew up here. Yeah, and she was there. You know what I mean? So
you wasn't taking those trips back then like that.
And I wasn't in Trinidad back then like that. You know what I mean? I wasn't taking no trips like that.
It wasn't.
We didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was Roxbury.
Yeah, it took a minute. It took a minute.
Roxbury in New York. It was Roxbury in Queens. Trust me.
Roxbury Queens. And then when I moved out to Everett, it might have been Everett here and there.
Yeah.
It was Roxbury.
Everett was a rock. No, listen, Everett was another.
Those are the three places that I spent my time growing up. Trust me. It was Stax's house in Everett when he moved there. It was Queens by my grandmother in New York, and it was Roxbury where we grew up on around Seaver Street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't get the chance to grow up with my sister, but I have to introduce y'all to my sister, man. She's real deal, man. Y'all will love her.
Shout out to Queens.
Lady.
I remember Beans and them came scoop me from the basketball game, took me straight to him out there with your cousin. Yo, Beans had copped the Sherlin on the low. Beans copped the Sherlin. First time I seen Beans get fly with the Sherlin. Y'all don't know Beans got fly back in the day, y'all. Y'all don't know.
Got fly. Beans got fly.
I'm gonna Oh no, y'all know I used to try it, man. I used to try it. Yeah, I'm going. Next year. Listen, the funny thing is, being a Trinidadian, and this, we're going off the cuff, but this is real talk stuff. I am an Islander. I am Trinidadian. I might not even sound like it. I got people from work when I tell them like, yo, they be, you're American. Where you from? I'm like, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Nah. You're from here. Nah. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. So, I don't have no accent, but I'm telling you, I've never been to Carnival in Trinidad. And that's the best carnival besides Brazil of all. And they say better than Brazil, right? The two best carnivals in the world is Trinidad and Brazil. I've never been to both. And I'm from Trinidad. That's so funny. You know what I mean? So yes, Diane, I'm hopefully for 2025. I missed it this year. Hopefully for 2025, I'm going to be in Trinidad for Carnival for the first time just to see it. I mean, I'm too old for that. That's the young man thing.
Some wild shit,
but I still want to go see it and get in, and enjoy it. Might be wild. Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Hey, there you go, Diane. Diane just throwing out gems. St. Thomas is my new place, man. That's my new spot. That's my spot right now. Like I'm in St. Thomas 3-4 times a year. No lie, man. That's my new spot to go hang out and decompress. It's peaceful, it's relaxing. And one thing about St. Thomas, guys, I'll tell you that I am a Trini and what do you call, grew up in the Roxbury, grew up here. But I'll tell y'all one thing. it's safe and smooth in St. Thomas. Smooth and safe.
It's like the best
Just
kept
listen.
secret. Nobody
It's
really knows
a
too much about St.
hidden gem.
Thomas.
Like you wouldn't even
Hidden
people
gem.
go to people say, "Oh, you go to the islands, be careful, this, that, be careful, be careful." St. Thomas.
You been to the joint, Stony?
Nah, I haven't been there.
Stoney's being invited. Stoney gonna make we're gonna make
that happen though.
We're gonna make that happen. You know,
that's definitely on the radar. We definitely gonna check it out because it sounds like something that I'm into, like those hidden gems. Not too much people talk about it, but the whole how you could visit different different islands, right?
Different islands. You
right
see what Diane just said, she grew up on 3 different islands. She grew up on 3 different islands in
St. John. I like that. I like how you could just explore a little more on that one trip. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Down the line. We definitely gonna check that out.
Oh wow, it's carnival time down there. Okay. I thought it was June, Diane. I thought St. Thomas carnival time was a June series or something like May or something like that. I'm not sure, but I thought carnival in St. Thomas was around June. Maybe St. Croix, because I know Diane from St. Croix, St. Thomas. She's from all the Virgin Islands. But she's probably talking about St. Croix. St. Croix had, that's another sister island off of St. Thomas. They probably have their own carnival.
Shout out to VI, man. Shout out to the VIs, man.
Yeah, man. USVI is nice, man. I'm telling you, nice place, man.
Virgin
She said May. I knew it was May. One of them two. My cousin, man. I got a cousin from New York. My cousin Brent. Shout out to Brent, man. Brent from New York, Queens all day.
Yeah, shout out to Brent, man. I've been to that vibe. I've been to that vibe, and I got footage.
He know about Brent. Brent's a party machine. Yo, that dude.
I got footage, man, and let me tell you, I had a great time out there. I mean, I couldn't hang on one of them trips. I ain't gonna lie to you, but listen, man, I got it in, man. We got it in. We got it in. We had a great time, man. That whole thing with the train going by in the backyard, man, that thing had me mesmerized,
block party.
Man.
My cousin does do a block party. He does a block party on his block where we kind of grew up in Queens every year. In August, my cousin Brent, for around his birthday time, throws a big block party in Queens, in Rosedale area of Queens.
Man,
not Rosedale, I think they call that Laurenton area of Queens. Yo, it'd be nice.
Yo, it was
Stoney
nice.
could tell you.
Nice,
all
man.
day, like when I say the next morning, the shit still run. Yo, and no police, none of that. He's former military, so he's connected, but everything's blocked off. The whole neighborhood's down with it. Nobody's calling police. Nobody rah-rah-ing. And I'm telling you, it's smooth.
Yo, and shout out to your fam that, made sure that we found parking. They gave us that spot in their driveway.
Oh, my aunt's house. That's my aunt's house.
No, yeah, your aunt's house. Shout out to your aunt, man. I felt special, man, because there was no parking, man. We would have had to park like 20, 30 minutes away.
Yep.
And we had a big truck.
My family and them all live in this neighborhood. My family
had that expedition.
In one neighborhood.
Stacks, everybody's like expedition.
Everybody's like a couple of blocks away from each other.
Yo, she made sure we was taken care of, man. And yo, that I felt special that day, man, because there was no parking. And she made sure that we had a spot to put that big ass expedition we was in, man. She was like, yo, we got you, yo, just go up in here. Yo, it was a great experience, man. I enjoyed it. That was like one of my favorite times out there, because we went there a couple of times, but that particular year when we went, because remember we was at another jump off and we had to take a detour, you know what I'm saying? That was a nice time, man. I had a great time, man, that year. That was a great time.
Yeah. New York is nice in the summertime, and right now, I mean, I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. We talking real talk. I spent a lot of time in New York growing up as a kid. Queens, Brooklyn. My grandparents got property in Brooklyn and Queens, so I spent a lot of time in New York. But man, I'm telling you right now in New York, it's too wild right now. They wilding again. It's back to wilding in New York, and I can't deal with that. You know what I mean?
I give New York like Friday, come back home Sunday.
Yeah. People wilding out on the train.
That's what I'm giving New York. I'm coming in Friday. I'm out Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Not even Monday morning. Sunday evening, I'm out.
But yeah, shout out to all my peoples who jumped in, man, and try to bring me back down memory lane, like Nas was saying. You know, bring me down memory lane, talk about the, the places that, I go and the people that, that I be around. But yeah, shout out to you guys for, bringing that. Shout out to Stacks for bringing that up, man. That, back in the days was fun, man. I ain't gonna lie. But and we having good times now too. Cause why? We grown and we get to do what we want to do.
And that's we about to
you
go.
Know what I mean?
We about to check Stacks in a little bit, man. We about to go out there to Florida, man.
Oh yeah, I'm coming down there, yo, Stacks.
Stacks, I'm coming, man. I'm letting you
down.
look,
Yo, I ain't gonna lie,
now, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna text you a list of things, man, that you gotta have on deck.
No. I'm saying I kind of
you gotta have on deck, man. Let me tell you, I'm gonna send you some info, like yo. But no, it's all love, man. I'm looking forward to coming to check Stacks, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, that area, yo, Crooks. What you call it down there? That whole area with T down there, man. I think that's the vibe. That's a smooth. It's South Beach, South Miami, South Florida. It's too much for me now. Up there, the vibe is just perfect.
Yeah, like, man. They redo it every day. I remember they got the number 1 and 2 beach in the country connected to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, they got the number one beach, though. You guys got
people
the
out
number
there. Please like and subscribe. I know we're chatting, we're talking, we're chopping it up. This is real talk. We're giving y'all a little information here and there. Everything that we say, we be throwing gems about places that we've been, things that we do, and people that we know. So, listen to these gems sometimes. They be gems we dropping on y'all. Listen, that area down there, man. I slept on it for all these years. Like I did. And I always read and heard that I heard it used to be Clearwater Beach. I've been to Clearwater Beach.
There was another name, Stacks, with it starts with an S.
Kid. Huh?
They used to call it something else. It start with an S.
It's a lot of all them beaches are connected. It's like
they all connected.
Yeah, I told Beans, I said if you're on Gulf Boulevard, you good because you can get all the beaches from the one street.
Yep.
So you got Sand Key too. That's I think that's what you're talking about, Stony Sand Key. But I think you got St. Pete Beach, Treasure Island.
Yep.
You got Treasure Island, St. Pete Beach, Clearwater Beach, Reddington Beach, Indian Shores,
Indian
Rocks.
Yeah,
it's all them beaches. I put Beans up to us. Yo, just go down Gulf Boulevard.
Yo, he told me go down Gulf
Boulevard. That's more my flow right there, man.
I just, like he said, go down. That after we went out to eat that day, Stacks.
Yeah.
That next day, I was down Gulf Boulevard. Like you said, I was checking out all the little beaches because I was looking for spots. So when we come back, we don't have to stay up on Clearwater. We could probably move down towards Indian Rocks or Indian
Rocks. Next time you stayed in Clearwater. So next time, like I said, you go to Treasure Island. That's where you want to stay. That's where you want to stay.
Treasure Island. Yep.
That's where Mel stayed all the time. Right. Mel stayed there all the time. Mel used to play, yo, T, man, when I come over this bridge and see these cribs in this water, man, he said, yo, man.
I'm telling you, bro.
I don't even want to go back home, man.
Low key. I'm like, yo, that's, I know it's like, the hurricanes and this, I deal with nor'easter snows.
Yeah.
Today, Stacks, it's April, right?
Yeah.
You know what we've been dealing with for the past 2 days?
Snow.
A nor'easter. Hail.
Yeah.
Snow,
hail and wind.
Cold rain. And it's been raining since yesterday. And it's going to stop tomorrow. 3 days. Man, I'm tired of New England with this bullshit.
I mean, look.
I'm telling you.
But we're up and down. I mean, we had great weather, man, like last couple of weeks, man.
Perfect.
We thought we was out we thought we was out the clear, like we thought we was safe, man. But
the winter was perfect. The winter up here this year in New England was it was cold. We had them cold weeks, some very cold weeks. But the snow thing, we only got 1 or 2 days of snow.
We didn't get that. I didn't look. My shovel didn't come out.
My snowblower didn't come out.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna front, man. Maybe some, I threw salt on the ground. That was enough, but I didn't bring out no shovel this year that I can remember.
Right.
It was light this year.
I can't do the whole salt thing. But, I might go outside and rake the leaves up here and there. Yeah.
Leaves.
You break the leaves, and that's all I do. That's all I do. Hey, when it get a little too crazy, break the blowout, blow the joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, man,
right.
No doubt, man. Real talk, guys. And I know we just chatting. I'm shout out to everybody who's in this live right now. Shout out to you guys. I know some people be, what they say, they be shy to jump in the comments. They feel like if they say something, it ain't gonna sound right or seem right or whatever. Yo, this is Real Talk with Parlay with us on Thursday.
Right. And you typing it. It's not like you saying it. You typing it in, man. You got time, man. You got time to spell it out.
Whatever it is, I appreciate everybody here.
Google it, copy and paste.
I appreciate everybody in the live, but you can engage if you want to engage in the conversation. You know what I mean? It makes it much sweeter. I love it when the audience engage with the conversation. But where we at next, man? Anything to go off on before we end it?
Yeah, I got breaking news, man. Y'all remember G-Dep? G-Dep got out of prison.
G-Dep got out, man.
G-Dep, man. Yo, listen, I mean, I still feel this way. He's crazy to come out with it, but he was fighting some demons that he just couldn't
You really mentioned that a couple shows ago.
He couldn't handle it. I mean, because he basically gave himself in. I mean, I think God is going to reward him because he came and he was honest and anything like that. But for the masses, he got away with something that he probably would have just gotten away with it. It would have been just that. He would have just gotten away with it. But for everybody that knows, he confessed to a murder that he committed years ago, years ago. You got to remember, this guy had a career. He had a music career.
Yep.
Thriving, doing his thing, and he fell on hard times, and he had demons he was fighting, and he went to the precinct and confessed to it. Like, look, I killed this guy and such, and he
how many years
he did 13 years. He did 13 years.
13 joints.
13 joints, man.
Yo, shout out to G-Dep, man. He could, like you said, he could have,
man. I mean, he got out, and I think he probably. I'm looking at it like this: if this is gonna save his life in the long run, because that's how you gotta look at it, as opposed to if he didn't confess to it and it would have killed him. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it in that fashion. Now he probably feels clean right now.
Shout out to Dep. I'm gonna tell you right now, Dep, you a stand-up dude because
man,
Dep, I can't do the 13.
I wouldn't have done that.
I can't do the 13.
I wouldn't. No way.
I'd have had to I would just had to go see the therapist twice, 3 times, 4
therapist.
times.
No,
I would have gotten
13. Dep,
I would have gotten baptized again, maybe. Throw that holy water on me.
I might have been in the mountains living in some type of cabin. So
that's true.
Yeah, man.
I was about to tell you that. You would have found me somewhere in South America in some friggin'. You wouldn't even have found me. I would have been down there, disappeared.
But he probably didn't have to leave. That's what I'm saying. Like this was a cold case. It wasn't. Trust me, this cold case is that's gonna stay cold. He had a cold case, and they said it. They said he would have never gotten
that. That never even got you.
I mean, it could always sit on you. They could get you after so many years. I mean, we've seen cases like that, but man, I would have ran that course, man.
Why they probably let him out? He got remorse from them because he came forward.
He came forward. Yeah, I don't. They didn't sentence him heavy in the first place because of the circumstances.
Oh, okay.
Because of the circumstances. Like think about it. It's not like he committed something they caught. It was more like he confessing to it. So it's a different dynamic as far as when the prosecution had they got caught off guard. Like, let's give this motherfucker 13 years. And what I'm saying?
Remember when he went to confess, Tony? They threw him out the precinct like 2 times. They threw him out.
That.
Yeah,
they didn't want to deal with that shit.
They thought he was tripping.
They thought he was tripping. Like, yo, this motherfucker, like, you serious? Man, get the fuck out of here.
I seen some other disturbing footage about with Keith Murray, man. I don't know if y'all seen that.
Oh, I saw that, man. Yo,
what's going on? Tell me, real talk, guys.
Shame on the person that was recording that. That girl.
Stoney, if I was
shame
there,
on her.
Stoney, if I was there, I would have had to speak up for him. I would have had to speak up for him.
Yo, I definitely would have to speak up to him for him, in that moment, because that was sad, man.
So tell me, guys, what happened with
Keith Murray? He was at looked like he was at some type of motel beans, and he was just
motel.
He looked like he was tweaking on something.
Yeah, he was. He's been tweaking on something for a while. He's been tweaking on something for a while because he did some interviews, and you could tell there was something going on there. But yeah, Beans, like, nah, this, these little everybody, these cowards, man, with their cameras and their phone. This girl happened to catch Keith Murray off guard, and she wanted to record him. She wanted to have that, what they call it, the what we call it, Neil, when we the debate, the clickbait, right? She wanted to have clickbait. She happened to run into Keith Murray. You could tell he was off guard, vulnerable, off guard, and she's recording him. Instead of just her talking with him off camera, she just got to record him, question him and stuff, and you could tell he was off guard. You could tell he was vulnerable.
Say it right, Sony. She was trying to embarrass him, man. She was trying
exactly. She was trying to embarrass him, man. She was trying to embarrass him. There you go.
Bad for Keith Murray. Keith Murray was
a bad look, man. I was tight over that, man. That was a bad look.
And with this being said, for all our hip hop heads out there in our age realm, please go and throw that first G-Dep album on. Just let it play, because that's an album you can let play.
Great album.
That's true.
Also, the first Keith Murray album. Go put that on.
Most beautifulest thing in this world.
Let that play.
Great music.
Beautifulest thing.
Let that play from front to back. And the best, let me tell you, so you ain't gonna mess. I know my basketball and my hip hop. The most slept on remix is the "Who Shot You." Now you're gonna have to find.
Oh man.
Now you gonna have to find. You gonna have to find this because Puff kind of hid this.
I love
the
"Who Shot
You." The "Who Shot You" remix with Keith Murray.
Yes, straight down straight with no chaser. Yo, he ripped it. He ripped it.
I don't know where, Stoney. I don't know where you would find that remix, but I'm telling you.
You could YouTube it. You could YouTube it. It'll come up. It's him, Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown's on it.
And I won't even say this on tape because niggas might try to kick my door in. I have the DJ Clue original tape with that remix on it.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah, man. It's nice, man. Yo, but you know what it is? These fools, man, they don't respect hip hop. You could tell she probably was born maybe 15, 20 years ago. She don't know what was going on, man.
She sounded a little old.
She has no respect for herself, and it ain't gonna get her nowhere, And she should be embarrassed of doing something like that.
She's trying to get the time off for sitting on the dude. I mean, if he's on his down, he's vulnerable,
man. The guy was like off, like then why you going like? Come on, man. That disturbed me. Like, come on, man. You're that desperate in life. Come on, man. That was a coward move. That was a coward move.
I was embarrassed for Shorty. Like,
and let me tell you something. Everybody on the comment had pretty much the same thing. That's why I love. Because I a lot of times I read the comments, and a lot of people were saying the same thing we saying. Like, what is dumb broad?
Right?
Trying to embarrass, a legend, in his own right, like that. Right. Everybody was against what she did. Everybody. There was nobody saying anything but just disrespect, like just saying the right thing, and just criticizing her for doing that. There's no need for that. Everybody that saw that video had the same feelings about it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Keith, man. I hope he gets the help.
No question. I'm gonna look. He gets better, man.
Another one.
I hope Keith get himself together.
I hope Delonte West gets the help that he needs.
I hope Delonte West.
Man, that's sad, man.
Delonte West, besides it being a drug thing, it's a mental thing.
And super shout out to Mark Cuban, because Mark Cuban really, really did some shit.
Tried to help him.
Tried to help him. Yeah. Shout out to Mark Cuban, man.
He's the only one. I mean, there was some players that kind of
think about that means how. First of all, that's one owner you never hear people talk bad about, like Mark Cuban. Like Mark Cuban really, I've heard when you play for Dallas, like it's all love when you play for Mark Cuban. From what I hear, I heard he treats
he take care of his guys.
Beans, you know what he do? Know what he does for Kyrie? Like when Kyrie, that whole Ramadan thing.
Oh yeah, they accommodate him. They accommodate him.
Mark Cuban flew in personal chefs to make sure he had the right food, though. The right food.
Wow.
What owner does that?
None.
You know what I'm saying? Like make sure he had the right foods,
especially exercising his right to religion, especially in Muslim. You know how that goes.
Yes.
Real talk. I'll be real talk about that. These owners, you know, these owners, you know, America is like that, period. They don't respect other people's religion, but they want people to respect their Christianity.
They try to
yeah.
I don't like that. Like I said that before on the show. Like I think religion sometimes splits this country up more than race.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot of, I know there's a lot of Christians out there, and I chopped it up with a dude. I just sometimes certain Christians, I'm not saying all Christians, certain Christians think their religion is up here and everybody else's religion is down.
Yeah.
And I defend people like, yo, y'all Christian people ain't always the right, because I pointed this instance. I said the Klan considered was a Christian group.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
there you go. True facts.
It was considered a Christian group.
Real talk.
They would read quotes in the Bible while the brothers was hanging. Like that's a fact right there. So
real talk.
For y'all to dive in, and don't get me wrong, I believe in God. I believe in that. I never throw salt on God or anything about God.
Same here, man.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's right for anybody to put their religion up here and put that other person's religion down here. I don't think it's right. I think all religion,
we should all respect everybody.
If that religion can help you become a better person,
there you go.
Brother, sister,
there you
that
go.
religion is for you. It's for
you. Exactly.
And that's
you're right,
truth,
Stacks.
Man.
Good point that you made tonight about that part, about human beings in the culture, human beings out here being manipulated by religion.
Yes.
Good fact. Good. That's that's a good point. You know what I mean? And we got to sometimes look past all that as far as human beings and as people. You see, I didn't say black, white, or Hispanic, or Asian, or whatever. As human beings, as people, we have to look past some of these little nuances that makes us fight against each other. They're nuances, because when you get to know the man, white, black, Hispanic, Chinese, whatever he is, and you get to know the person, and he's a stand-up person, that's your brother.
Yeah.
I done heard, you know how many I see black dudes and white dudes call each other brother, like really mean it, not on some old fake shit, like they really mean it, because they fuck with each other.
Yeah.
Same thing. Hispanic, Asian, they'll call each other brother, whoever, however the mix is, because they look past the shit.
Yes.
Us as human beings, we have to look past the shit. And if we can do that and don't let our minds be manipulated by outside people who wants to destroy peace, it's easy to attain, but we make money on how they would say chaos, tragedy, chaos. Right. The world's built on it. Not just America, the world. But like you just said, you said it perfect. Like, separate those things, these nuances, and I bet you we can live a little bit more tighter. Everybody's different and have different upbringings and different ideologies. Yeah. Sometimes you can even school somebody about an ideology that you come from and they don't know nothing about, and they be like, wow, thanks for giving me that knowledge from where you came from.
There you go. So what you do is you're taking the qualities in every different religion, you know, and you apply it to yourself in your life.
There you go.
You don't have to be 100%.
That's what it is, bro.
Not religion. You take the qualities out of every religion and you apply it to yourself, because every religion has a great quality about them, you know. And
good synopsis. So, guys, I know We know we said we was gonna try to keep it within an hour with 4 minutes outside of it. We did start late. We didn't see Sean tonight, but Sean, we will see Sean on. Oh, guys, hey, real quick disclaimer: hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, please.
Subscribe, like, and subscribe. We got that fire, man.
Listen, let me say something, guys, real quick. Let me say something real quick for the people that's still there watching. There's 12 people watching. I don't care if it's 100 people watching. Right now, I'm looking and I can see my ticket saying there's 12 plus people. We have 15, 17, 18, 20 people on here. Listen, if you haven't subscribed yet, please, it costs nothing. Subscribe to Parlay with us.
They know that, man. Beans, they know that, man.
Some people don't.
Come on, man. They know that. Ain't no price next to the subscribe, man. They know that you just press the button. It's that simple, man. Press that damn button.
Yeah, hit the sub button, hit the like button.
That's why they're here in the first place, because it's free. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, exactly. We're trying to climb. We're trying to climb our viewership. We're trying to climb our subs, our subscribers. We're getting there. We are a small channel that started with literally about 5 or 6 people. Literally. And I know it's nothing. There's people who got thousands of subscribers, but this is a small, organic, Boston-based podcast that's trying to build from the ground up, and our numbers are growing. We're doing better than we've done in this month alone. Has been probably our best month since we started a year ago, and we're going on a year. We're almost at a year anniversary with Parlay with us. So, guys, I'm ending it, but before I end it, let me give y'all this little gem. Not a gem, but a little news, and it's a sad news. You know what? I might just leave it. I'll leave it because it's going to take.
You can't leave the joint now.
Okay, let me tell you. Okay, you're right. I was watching the news today, and I found there was a tragedy. Once again, Stacks just said it, and it was a weird tragedy. And reason why I want to bring it up because it's about, once again, having a right state of mind and being confident in yourself. So there was a couple here in Brockton, I think, Brockton, Massachusetts. The wife went to a funeral in Jamaica. They were Jamaican people. The wife went to a funeral and left her husband and her daughter, I think she's older, home while she went to Jamaica. On her home, on the way, she returns from Jamaica to Boston. And before she can even get out the vehicle, her own husband ambushed her, shot her up in the V, walked in the house, and plugged himself. I don't know what's the scenario there, but what I'm trying to say is, please, people, speak, talk, rationalize before you make drash decisions in life. I don't know what that guy was going through.
That sound like
I don't know what he was trying to blame his wife for.
That sounds like I don't know, but that sounds like a crime of passion right there. I think.
No, it is a crime of passion.
Yeah.
But what was he blaming her for?
Yeah, he might have found something out.
He found something out.
He found something out.
He found something out. He couldn't take it. He couldn't hold his water. And he ended her life, and then he ended his, and the daughter was upstairs. I don't get it. Sad situation. I just want to bring it up because the reason why I'm bringing it up is protect your sanity. And there's nothing in the world that egregious that you can't handle.
Fact.
And there's a little saying, God do not give us more than we can handle.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And that's a fact. So I don't know where this brother was mentally. I feel bad for that family. That woman lost her life.
Especially the daughter.
The daughter was like, she was inconsolable on camera with, news people in front of her and asking her questions while this woman's grieving. That's another disrespect I don't get from news people. But you know, I felt sorry. I watched that news. I saw that on the news, and it kind of like was like, damn, why, dude? I just kept saying, dude, why did you take it to that extreme? There's nothing that serious in life, bro, that you got to do something like that to mother of your child or whoever that might be. You know, that's blasphemy, as what they would call it.
But it has you thinking like, man, how could somebody's mentality be that evil, that dark? You know, and you know, and I'm gonna be straight up with you because a lot of us.
What's up, Jill? Thanks for shouting us out, Jill. Thanks for coming through. That Stacks' wife there. Thanks for coming through, Jill.
Oh, shout out.
I think there was some history of domestic violence, but yeah, I think that she's right. I think there was some history of domestic violence, but it's still like, how, like,
yo, it's like, well, what we do is, I mean, it's listen, no matter what, you put yourself in that situation, like, damn, what can cause me to feel that way? There's nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like you say to yourself,
I can't fathom that. I don't think there's nothing that caused me to feel like that.
Nah, not to
nothing.
To your wife, to your woman, the mother of your kids. Yeah, you might have some words, you know what I'm saying? But
that's it.
May even come to like maybe y'all might shake each other or whatever, but it's
put to that point, though.
Yeah,
exactly. Like,
just hold it might hurt you. You know, I'm gonna say this. It might hurt you in the gut. You might get that, it might hurt you, but go curl up in the corner, dude, and take it.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something though. Every man been here. That broken heart is a motherfucker, dog.
No, it is.
Like that broken heart. Let me tell you something. The worst feeling in the world is when you love somebody and they don't love you back.
Yeah,
like that shit will make you lose your mind.
That's probably probably right.
But
you probably hit the
that's
note.
Why,
you probably hit the needle on the head.
And you know, I love the way you say that. You know why? You know what I got to say to that? That's why you got to love yourself, man.
You do, Stoney, but I'm telling you that broken
you
heart.
You gotta have that love for yourself that nobody could penetrate that.
Yeah, that broken heart shit. It'll make you lose your mind for a little bit. You'll find it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, everybody. I had people say you ain't no real man till you had your heart broken at least once. you know what I'm saying?
Yo, and I have, you know, but I
think we all have. We all have before.
At a young age, man. But you know, I matured to a point where I realized that I have a close relationship with God, and I know God loves me, and I know I love me, and that's all I need. You know, nothing's gonna interrupt that. So no matter what, that right there is gonna always keep me on point, and it's gonna always keep me focused because that's all I need. You know, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I want that love always, but it's all I need right now. I just need myself and God, man. And
that's a good point. That's a good, powerful point.
In terms of the mental toughness.
Stoney, revert that before you get in trouble when you get off this show, bro. I'm just telling you.
But you know, I'm you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. But I'm saying it.
I'm saying it.
But listening to the show, if wifey hear that, you know how women are. They'll say, "Yeah, I understand," but they'll hold something on you a little bit.
They can, but
I better be important. That's what you're gonna say.
Yeah. Beans, you know, Beans.
No, but look at the positive way of looking at that. You don't ever got to worry about me acting out of character. That's what I'm telling you. No matter how crazy things may get, I already have that relationship with God where I'm not gonna do nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't ever. I'm always.
God is beautiful. When
you're gonna act accordingly because, like you said, Stacks, things get hectic. Look at all these guys acting out of control. You know, some of them put their hands on their loved ones. They do this, they do that. But you know, my thing is that what I just said to you is just keeps me grounded. That's what my point is.
And we don't condone any domestic violence.
None of that stuff.
None of that stuff.
Because I'm telling you right now, for what a man can do to a woman cannot do back to a man. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? For physically,
Right.
like if it's mano y mano, I mean, we can hit a girl could hit us hard, but we can hit them hard and like end them.
Let me tell
You
you
know what I'm
one
saying?
thing. I'm gonna end it this way. We've all got lucky, not just me. Because you got somebody great, you got somebody great, and I got somebody great in my life. Listen, I'm blessed with that situation. I feel bad for people who's not.
Yeah, I agree, Stack. I mean,
You
I
see
agree.
what I'm saying?
I agree. Like
I'm
that
blessed for that situation.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's all I could say. I'm sorry for the people who go through the dramas in life with relationships. We all been there, right? But with maturity, like Cook says, we're at where we're at now.
Yo, cause
You
you know
see
we
what I'm
all
saying?
hey Beans
And
crew,
we're on the
we all
same
know
page
that
with the people that we're with. If
We
you're not
all
on
know-
the same page with somebody, it's gonna bang heads.
we all know that dude that he be like, yo, I hate going home. Like, you crazy, dog? Like,
What?
I'm going home, dog.
Yo,
Like,
yeah.
my ladies, trust
No,
me,
but-
my
but
home,
you-
my lady is paradise.
Yeah, definitely, and that's where it should be. Us at this level in life, we
My
go through
lady,
levels
my
in life.
home, my
We
kids
go through
is
levels.
paradise. I don't care about nothing else, bro. To tell you the truth, that's just me.
yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? I don't care about nothing else. Yeah, we make money, we get that bread and all that, but nobody can't come in between that type of shit.
Nah, man. Nah.
You know what I mean? And that's real talk.
Rightfully so.
And that's real talk. So, guys, I'm ending it now. It was a good show. Thanks, Stacks, for coming
No
through.
doubt.
Thanks, folks, for coming through.
Your crook look like Beans done been in the locker room. Look like Beans.
Oh yeah, no question.
Listen.
No doubt.
Shout out to everybody who's been on this live, loyal with us right here on this live Thursday night. Yo, this Thursday night Real Talk show on Parlay with us, hosted by Parlay with us, is gaining traction. People are loving it. So we're getting more viewers, we're getting more traction on this Thursday night Real Talk show. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe again. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get those plateaus hit. We're almost, listen, it's a small plateau. I need that 100. I need that 100 subs by the end of this weekend. I need the end of this show if I can. Please get me to 100 subs, guys. Please get me there. The last disclaimer that I'm gonna put out there, basically, tomorrow, guys, we're doing a special show, Parlay with us, sports and entertainment podcast. We're doing a special 7:30 show. We will be prompt. 7:30 show is all on Final Four. This is a Final Four special presentation with Parlay with us. You're gonna have Shondo, he will be there. You have Hustle Stacked, you got Stony Cooks, and you will have me, Mr. Bean,
baby.
So check us tomorrow night, 7:30. This will be our Final Four show, and we're gonna give you guys some nice picks. Parlay bet.
I had to put that for you.
Main lunch. Main lunch.
On the low. I had it on the low.
Coming soon, fellas. The main lunch hour.
The main lunch hour.
The main lunch hour.
The main lunch hour is coming soon, son.
We're from Boston. Shout us out, man. We shouting you guys out, man. Stony Cook is a what I call a connoisseurus of IPA drink beers, and he loves the main lunch. So main lunch. If you see this,
I just tried the
hit us up, man.
Sam
we
Adams
need that
IPA,
affiliation.
Tony. That shit is pretty good.
What's that?
Which one?
Sam Adams IPA.
Oh yeah, they great. Yeah. Those are you're in good hands with Sam Adams. They don't play around. They good.
I bought it like a sample pack, and they had the drain in there called Cold Snap. That shit was pretty good.
Yeah, the Cold Snap is serious. Yeah, they got a few of them. They got a few joints, a few flavors, man. They got that summer vibe. They got the fall one. That Cold Snap is good. Yeah, no doubt.
Yep.
No
so
doubt.
Look at that. Sam Adams. And once again, we're plugging Sam Adams. We're from Boston. Y'all from Boston. Hit us up, man. We need that affiliation. If y'all see this live or somebody could share this live so Sam Adams could see it, Sam Adams, hit up Parlay with us, man. We do a main lunch hour, and it's not just main lunch, but it's our what do you want to say? cocktail hour, if you want to call it like that.
We can have that. Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm drinking something with. I got some. I got this with. This is some fresh squeezed lemon juice with. It's like I did a little Long Island with some what do you call that? Jack Daniels. I got some Jack Daniels in there.
Got the Jack in there.
I got the Jack in there. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
and I got something, and I got a
around.
little bit of what's that called? That coconut Malibu. Check that drink out. I got the Malibu.
Hold on, B. Hold on. Say that again for everybody listening.
So everybody want to listen. I get into some concoctions when it comes to
you got
drink.
me right with that one.
I do be making some drinks, and I kind of come up with my own little drinks. This here, I made some fresh squeezed lemon juice, right? Made it like a lemon juice, a little sweetened. Then I added some aromatic bitters to it to give it that nice little taste. Then I had a shot of regular, I just said it, Jack Daniels, whiskey. And then I add a half a shot of the coconut Malibu. Stir it, yo, nice little drink.
Yo,
no
Beans,
headache.
Hey, yo, we gotta go. Beans, you gotta get a segment, B. That's a good. That's
no headache.
Segment, Beans. That's a good one right there.
Yeah, no headache, yo, none of that stuff. I take it easy. You know, like I said, I put a shot of each in there, half a shot of the coconut, because I didn't want the coconut thing to go over drown it. So it just gave it that little taste with the lemonade and that. Yo, I call it Mr. Beans Long Island.
Stoney, he said the freshly squeezed lemon juice.
Freshly squeezed. He had to emphasize that, you know.
Freshly squeezed. No, I don't do no. This is freshly
taking notes. You got to freshly squeeze
like this
it.
show.
It won't be right if you
like,
just go and just buy the lime juice.
Stacks and Cooks. It's like this. It's like this show. It's organic. We do everything fresh. We don't. This is nothing made up. This is nothing. You know what I mean? We're straight organic, original. So that's how I try to do my drinks, original. I'll have another drink for you guys next week with tequila.
Yeah,
so
I'm on that. That's why I should repeat that. I already plugged that joint in the phone. What you just said.
Yeah, man, that's a good one, man. I'm not a big bourbon or whiskey dude, but to give it that to do a little Long Island, that's what I do. You know what I mean? So guys, next week we're done. We went over. We gave y'all some liquor tips on making some couple of drinks, and we talked about everything in the culture. We talked about everything. We covered everything. So check us again next week, Thursday. Real Talk with Parlay with us. We'll see y'all next week, man.
Exclusive.
Peace.
That's exclusive. We out.
Exclusive. Peace.
God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, sun get through.